Hello everybody, it's Bourbon Bill, and tonight, a very special episode. We're going to talk about what's become really one of my least favorite legacy distilleries. It's Wild Turkey Night. Big shout out to whoever gave me this sample, and I apologize. I always try to do a good job of giving shout outs. Thank you, sir. I'm sure it was a sir who sent this to me, but thank you, sir. It got kind of mixed in with like the advent calendar samples, and I lost track of who sent it to me. So, whoever sent this to me, thank you. Please comment below so I can thank you personally in a comment. But they sent me the Wild Turkey 70th anniversary 8-year 101 proof from Wild Turkey. Holy shit, that's a mouthful. Oh my god. So, I'm a little late on this. A lot of these already dropped. But as kind of a turkey hater because of their pricing and hate the consumer policies recently, I didn't feel compelled to buy it. You know, and so thank you for sending a sample. Well, let's step back. It's Jimmy Russell's 70th anniversary with Wild Turkey, so it's pretty cool. They did a lot of things right, I think, with this release. So one thing they did right, they age stated it. 8 years, baby. It uses 8 and 9-year-old barrels. Pretty cool. MSRP, $50 hairs. 50. In a special bottle. Gotta give them credit. This was a widely available LE, if you will. So I think if you really wanted it, you could get it. And, you know, secondary didn't even mark it up that much. So I think it's kind of cool in that realm. Now, I say that, and I say good job, Wild Turkey, a little bit. But I have a little bit of heartburn for a couple reasons. And before we taste it. It could be fantastic. But before we taste it, look. Wild Turkey has consistently released an 8-year 101 in Japan. So don't feel special that you got an 8-year release here. They've been doing that forever. Okay, so that's, if you know, you know, but that kind of tarnishes the specialness of it. You put 70th on the glass. Big effing deal, you know. So part of me feels that way. Also, again, if you know, you know. I've done a review a long time ago about it. I'll try to find it, link it above. Wild Turkey releases a 12-year expression at 101 proof, again in Japan, but on the secondary market you can get them now in the States more regularly. That's way better. Okay, without any doubt that's better. That's one of the best expressions a Wild Turkey makes is a Wild Turkey 12-year. And, I mean, I guess, you know, Jimmy doesn't like old Wild Turkey, which is a shame because most bourbon connoisseurs like older bourbon, but whatever. That's what, you know, if they would have gave us the Wild Turkey 12-year $50 hairs, that I would have been pumped for when I went out and bought a case. You know, but they say this is special, and maybe it's different than Wild Turkey 8-year 101, which, by the way, we are getting in the States in 2025. It is 2025 now. We are going to get Wild Turkey 8-year here. So instead of shipping it all to Japan, they're going to give us peons some of the Wild Turkey 8-year this year. But it just doesn't feel special. It's like, oh, they decided to do that a while ago. We'll slap a 70th anniversary label in there and we'll call that Jimmy's Special. And there you go. They could have it in 2024. A year early. You know, it just... So, I think they did some things right, but if you know some of their export releases, I feel like it doesn't feel that special, right? I feel like maybe they were trying to screw you a little. That's all I'm saying. So, whether you love this release or hate it, you probably already have an opinion by now, but I'm about to give you mine. So there you go. Alright. And the proof. I give it to us a barrel proof. I get 101 special to you, but it's an LE release. Barrel it up, baby. Barrel proof. That's what I wanted out of this. So I give them kudos and a slap. You know, that's how I felt about it. Alright, on the nose. Man, it smells pretty good. Gotta say it smells pretty good. Has like a cherry caramel, almost a dusty quality to it that I'm quite digging. Yeah, it smells like old dusty Wild Turkey. I'm digging that about it. I really am. There's a hint of well-aged oak here, like it's on the back end, wants to come out. But you know it ain't playing with a full 2-digit age statement. You know, something like that. Man, I quite like it. All right, down the hatch. Man, that's pretty good. Man. I think it's a pretty phenomenal flavor profile they did here. It's got just enough oak in there. It's got that dusty cherry, Wild Turkey funk. caramels. I think it plays really well. 50 doll hairs, I'm going to give it an A+ rating. And I haven't done that quite in some time for a Wild Turkey product. I think it's very good. It's very well balanced. It's got a decent finish for being 101 proof. You know, it's not going to blow you away in terms of its finish. But I'm surprisingly happy with it. So I do dig it. I think for 50 bucks you should buy it. It's certainly worlds better than any regular Wild Turkey 101 I've had recently on the shelf. Again, maybe the 8 years are all like this. I don't know. I haven't tried one of the export ones. It's not as good as the Wild Turkey 12 year. I'll say that. Also not as good as the Russell's Reserve 10 year LLME. At least the 20. I haven't tried the 17, but at least the 20. It's not as good as that. That kills this. Way older profile. Sure, it's less proof, but that kills this too. So, again, they had an opportunity, I think, to do better with this release, right? Knowing what they put out in 2024. But I still think this is a very good release and a buy from Wild Turkey. Haven't said that in a hot minute, have we? Now, I wouldn't leave you there. What else from Wild Turkey is around 50 doll hairs? More available than this one-time LE and higher proof? I'll give you a second. Wild Turkey Rare Breed. So, I've done a series for quite a while. Is it better than Rare Breed Bourbon? And it's been a pretty well-received series. But I've done one in a hot minute, so you're getting one of them episodes right here tonight. In the mini. What's left of this almost dead Wild Turkey Rare Breed bottle. This is the old label. They've changed the label, and I haven't bought a new label yet. I hear, well, prices have gone up a little bit. These are now maybe $55 here, so creepage a little bit in terms of price. I hear the new labels, not so good. I'm hearing some things that they've lost a little bit of luster. And, you know, I've been trying to buy less Wild Turkey just because of their pricing. I don't agree with it. I think they need to be punished for it. So I've been buying a little bit less. So I don't think I'm actually going to replace this bottle. So when it's gone, it's gone. I won't be able to do any more of the is it better than Wild Turkey Rare Breed videos. I'm going to have to switch to something else. 116.8 proof Rare Breed in the mini. 101 here. Color the same. They're the same. It's the same color. One's not darker than the other. And if you remember, Wild Turkey Rare Breed is a mix of 6, 8, and 12-year-old Wild Turkey. We don't know the ratio, though, but it's all in there. On the nose of the Rare Breed. The Rare Breed's caramel with, like, that little bit of oak. It's missing the cherry, though. It's missing the cherry that's on this 8-year. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, the nose on the 70th anniversary 8 years better. Sadly it's better. With that cherry's nice. Rare Breed down the hatch. Man, the Rare Breed's good. Just very thick and viscous mouth coating. It's got some fruit. You know, it's got the caramel, a little bit of oak. Kind of what you'd expect. Back to the 70th anniversary. Turned out really close for me on the palate, but I am going to give the win to the 70th anniversary because the nose is better, far superior. And the palate is like kind of a wash because it's a little bit oakier with a little bit of cherry, but it's just not as thick and viscous and, you know, maybe not as rich. Finish doesn't last as long. So it has its pluses and minuses, but if you combine that with the nose, I think it's, you know, I'm going to give the win to the 70th anniversary tonight, but it is close. And you know what? They're the same price. They're from the same distillery, so you probably can't go wrong with either. I think the 70th anniversary was better than I expected, based on my experience with regular 101. But having no experience with the 8-year 101, you know, if you have, let me know. Let me know if you tried both. And if the 70th anniversary is better than the normal export 8-year, or what's coming in 2025 as far as 8-year Wild Turkey goes. Certainly it's not better than the 12-year Wild Turkey, though, which I think they're like 50 or 60 doll hairs US, but in Japan, you know, more here in the States. So, you know, that's the one you should go for, right, if you can get it for the same price. But I think Wild Turkey did okay here, despite my thoughts that they could have given us more. And we will end with the fact that if you could have found a Russell's Reserve 10-year LLME, even though it was lower proof, for like 35, 36 doll hairs, that crushes all that right there on the table. So if you like what you saw tonight, please like, comment, and subscribe. Consider joining Patreon. Have a good evening, everybody.